Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Hi, how is everybody doing? The desk camera is on, and my craft mat is also on, which means it's crafting time. And you see the title? We're going back to polymer clay today because I have not crafted anything in a while. So, well, not counting the cross stitch, which I hope I will finish this cross stitch design like tomorrow. Today or not today, but tomorrow. I will, finish it tomorrow and mark it cross it as done. But yeah, hello everybody. Welcome to the stream once again. Yeah, I have this box with my current crafting project. And also, I acquired a new UV lamp. This one should have enough power because I have a mixed result with my little UV lamp and also my UV torch in order to cure the resin. So yeah, I hope that 36 watts of power will be enough. I hope. I really hope. So, yeah, this is it's not used, but it's from returns. Presumably it works. So, yeah. Because I have some objects that I want to cast in resin and, cover it resin. And with my current mini lamp, I had a very mixed results with resin not properly curing and still being sticky. So I decided, for $5, for 5 USD, for 15 zlotys, without shipping, I will get myself a new lamp. Hi Milo. What you looking at? Dinosaur! Yeah, many zloty. Many zloty. Also, I have good news. My mortgage claim in one of the banks that I put the mortgage claim for was accepted. So yeah, so I'm waiting for the realtor. No, not for the realtor. For the oh my god. Sorry, I need to check the word. Not the realtor. Because in order to get a mortgage, you also need to have the have someone from outside. Sometimes it's a person designated from the bank that is proceeding with the claim. But sometimes they accept the external, not a realtor. Appraiser, yeah, or external appraiser that would check the value of the transaction, because I need to know the exact, not the value of the transaction, not the value of the thing that is the subject of transaction, but the thing that is the thing and its value on the market. So even if you agree that, hey, I will buy it for you ASAP, but for the price under the market value, or the median value, or the other average value of similar places in similar location with a similar properties like area and stuff, and even though you agree for the transaction value for mortgage you need to secure an insurance for the flat, and insurance is based on the market value and not on the transactional value, which may complicate some things and make the insurance like go higher in price. But this is what the banks require. So I had the appraiser set up. The appraiser was at the flat today. The owner of the flat came and came specifically to like let the appraiser in, because this is what is written in the agreement. She needs to do this. Like, she's obliged to do this in order to help me secure the loan and for her to like successfully sell this property for me. So the appraiser will get the form to me tomorrow, and I need to, this is the last thing, I need to send it to the bank for the like final checkup and for the final result decision, for the final decision whether or not they will give me a mortgage or not. So I am happy that like right now that so far it's as smooth as it can be. Like, my God, waiting is the most stressful thing. Waiting for it is the most stressful thing. But Dire Store, how are you doing? Oh my God, Dire Store, I already built the layout of the flat in the Sims, and I already put out like some furniture are coming with the house. Like, the owner of the house was not taking all of her furniture and belongings. Some of it stayed in the house, which is good, because oh my God, if I had to like buy a new sofa or buy a new fridge or a washing machine, I would spend so much money on this. So a lot of stuff will be already there. I will need to buy, but I will look at it secondhand. I will get some, some furniture like my bed, some of my shelves, my desk, my chair. Some of this I will, take from home. As far as I checked, I have a TV console, but nothing else, and a coffee table, but nothing else in the living room. And here I need some, shelving units for stuff like linen, tablecloths, fancy cutlery, fancy dinerware, put it somewhere, to have somewhere to put it, and a microwave. And in the future, replace the sofa. But this is actually like all I have to like buy for the flat. Oh yeah. Well, the internet is in the apartment, and I checked on the map that apparently the fiber internet should be also connected there, and the owner already told me which internet she was using, and she was like happy with the quality of the internet she was getting. So I know what company to go. But yeah, all the gas bills, because I have a gas stovetop. I will have a gas stovetop, so this has to be written in my name. Electric bill has to be written in my name. But this, I don't have a lot of, like, I will need to go to the administration of the whole, of the building and of the whole apartment complex for that, because it is administrated by it's not a company, it's a legal person that this is administrated by the legal person. It is like very like it's hard for me to explain it, because this is not like a legal person that some of the that is usually in the newer buildings where some of the the owners of the flats like set up an association, and this is like their legal representative or something like this. Like no, this is like an older structure that came from the from the communist era, where it is partially belonging to the where the flats and the units in the buildings are partially owned by this legal person who is administrating everything, and partially, and if you want to change the legal status of this flat, you can like pay a fee and seclude it from this legal person, but only partially. The legal person is still like in administration of the whole building, and they are in charge for the water utility, for the water, for the sewage and gas. Yes. Internet is on me. Electricity, I think, is also electricity is also on me. So I need to check what kind of electrical company is connected there. But the internet was already here. I saw when I was seeing the flat, I saw there was a router. So the internet is in some capacity like connected enough to have a router, to have a router set up. So it has to be just, I need to sign an agreement with a certain internet company to be like, yo, I want a router too. And they will check, oh yeah, we can set you up a router. This is in our network, We will give you fiber or something like this. So this is like checked up, but these all things will not be like in motion up until I sign the final agreement and actually move in. So it is still like, oh my god, like 2 or 3 months. Things that I will need to take care of, like in 2 or 3 months from now. Well, we are like old enough to that gifts like this are actually like appreciated. I will need to actually like measure what kind of microwave, because not all microwaves will fit in the current setup, because the kitchen is partially like built in cupboards, and there is a hole in the cupboard for the microwave, so it is like so like I don't know how standardized are microwaves. They should be pretty standardized, but just in case. Yeah. Oh my god. And it wasn't until my sister was moving out that we realized that, oh my god, that how many kitchen utilities, kitchen appliances, and like cutlery and crockery you need to buy, for a new house. So like, sets of plates, sets of bowls, sets of big plates, sets of small plates, mugs, glasses. If you're a wine person, then wine glasses, and enough of them. So if you're hosting a guest, everybody has like a glass for themselves. Or the cutlery, Knives, if you like knives. A cheese grater. Oh my god, we were looking so long because my sister forgot that she need a cheese grater, and we were looking for a cheese grater. Like little stuff like this. Microwave ovens? You need to tell me what is a microwave oven, because I have an oven setup. So with a grill, is it? I know because I saw my grandma used to have one. Because sometimes we are like not using her oven like anymore. She has gas oven, and my mom is like kind of scared of it. So we had like a mini electric oven with a tray. Sometimes this tray can be like replaced for a grill tray, and you like prep the stuff here. I saw people that are dealing with clay sculptures and doing stuff in clay also use this pure clay. I mean, this is like a fun stuff, but I would get it only if I did not have like the real deal of an oven. Because if I already have a real deal of an oven, then why do I need an electric one? Unless I really need to prepare something in real oven, like a food, and cure the clay at the same time, because for example, it's my job and I need to do this like all the time, then maybe like a separate oven, microwave oven for like mini electric oven. Okay, so it's similar to something what my grandma had. I think she still has it in her basement. So if I would still have the place, although I don't know if I will have, because I don't have a lot of counter space. I want to get the. We have a coffee machine with tassels, not the tassels, with tabs. Yeah, with capsules, with tabs. And we are not using this because since then we got like another coffee, like another coffee express. So, you know, we're dealing with the real deal. But I remember there was like a good caramel coffee or white chocolate coffee that was compatible with the capsule coffee maker that we have. And if I will be able to find it, I might buy it. I might get it from. I might bring it with me, because we asked our sister if she wants to have these like coffee express, and she was like, and she did not wanted it, like the owners of her place have a coffee express, but she has not used it since, and she's like using either her boyfriend or like drinking instant coffee or tea. So yeah, Mr. Limber. Oh no! Is it because I'm like all talking and no sculpting? I'm sorry. How are you doing? Yeah. So, I don't know if I will. Well, as far as I know, I won't be using this particular company for my fiber, and I am not using like this for now. So yeah, but I heard that this company is like notorious for like having some like iffy stuff and outages of the internet signal. Okay, so I have here a Psyduck. At least like of the stream, I partially covered this Psyduck with clay, and yeah, it's like it's lumpy. And I ran out of clay, so I brought every like yellow clay that I had, and it's still not enough because the arms, I barely covered the wire, and I already ran out of clay. I still need to do, I have prepared, this clay is still not cured, and it's like laying here for the, when was the last time I was using clay? A long time ago. Either way. I have everything here. So yeah, for side duck, yeah, this is all for side duck, and I have a white clay somewhere. Oh yeah. Okay, so I have clay for the beak and a bit of white clay for eyes. Okay. Let me bring up my reference pictures. Reference pictures. Where's side duck? Okay, got it. So yeah. So yeah. So I think I will go, because the belly, I think, is good enough. The arms are like a problem. But I know one of these sculptures is also using, one of the sculptures I have like the wireframe for. It's also using yellow. Yeah, the banana. Banana sculpture is also using yellow. So I was like very, oh my god, I have not used this in, like, I have not checked on this, like, you know, wireframe in a while, and both my legs, I mean, Banana's legs and arm fell off. Great. I mean, they were holding on with a tape, so they were holding on with a tape, so yeah. And there was one more leg. Yeah, here. What is Kring Duck? Kring Duck meme? What is Kring Duck meme? Crying Duck meme. No, this is Psyduck from Pokemon. My sister requested it. And me being the only person with artistic soul in this family, I am like doing what she wants. And this is Vanina. This is like a meme here on the, like, I wanted to be a meme on this channel. Because this shit is bananas. B-A-N-I-N-I-Nas. Yes. So yeah, so for banana, I have prepared yellow. Yeah. Also, which is also a mix of like various yellows. That is so. And also white. And I believe this is my only piece of white. I need to get myself. Also, there is, okay, this is for the curl in my hair, number 1. Curl number on the hair, number 2. Okay, and so, brown for hair and like black for details. Okay. Now it will be enough. Knowing myself, I really doubt this will be enough materials. So okay. So I want to go with Psyduck. I have the ref of the Psyduck. Here. Okay. So I want these 2 little knobs. Oh my god, what's wrong with my camera? I think there is something. Okay. It was very dark. Oh, I need to remind me, everybody. I hope maybe Torma will be here, But remind me to get on. Wait, let me quickly get on YouTube. Seems to radio music. Seems to radio music playlist. Yes, this playlist. And I need to get these two playlists. Wait for a moment. Yeah, share, copy. I need to send it before I forget. I believe it was either Torma or Hiji. I don't remember who. So I will add both. Oh, by the way, I will maybe use the fact and I will start conditioning the clay with my finger, with my other hand. Which one of you wanted to know the songs from the stream? So here's the full playlist from which I took the themes to radio songs and the link. Okay. Hashtag good enough. Yeah, like I tend to so underestimate the amount of clay I actually need for the project, which is not funny. Which is not funny because I always like, end up having not enough clay in this particular color, and then I need to add like random colors of clay in order to just fill in the Okay. How about now? It should play like Sims 2 salsa music. Maybe. No, actually, like I got video game music. It shouldn't be like YouTube should be like fine with it. Okay, so basically, yeah, so I always run out of clay, which is not good because I either like get some scraps just to fill in the voids, and then I struggle to color match and like tend to like put paint over the whole sculpture, which is like I'm using colored clay, so I don't need to paint the sculpture, but I always end up painting the sculpture because I tend to underestimate how much clay I need. But Nina, you may say, there is special uncolored clay, to which I say, yes, I'm aware of it, but I'm not using it because one, it's expensive. Like the block of the Super Sculpey, like it's a lot, and also I am not like screwing around with the air dry clay because once you open air dry clay, and even if I keep it like secured, it still dries on me. So it needs to be polymer clay. So the Super Sculpey or like similar non-colored polymer clays is very expensive here in Poland. Like I haven't seen like any like oven baked polymer clay that was in one color and had like 100 grams or like 200 grams of it. Like I haven't seen this like being like in regular retail. I usually see like the like already like I see only the little cubes of colored clay already. So it is an expensive deal. usually like it comes from import, because if I recall correctly, Super Sculpey is American one. I have not seen Fimo just in like plain colors, not uncolored Fimo. I have not seen it like at all. So it is like expensive. And also, second off, I want to already use this thing I have, and before I buy anything new. So yeah, so this was my reasoning. Because I already have so much stuff that I need to move. Okay? So yeah. So, how is everybody doing? Because nobody actually answered my question. How is everybody doing? It's Thursday. It's almost end of the week. I always feel like much better on Thursday, because Thursday was almost always like a stream day. So like, even if the first day is like, I then remind myself, oh my god, but it's so close to Friday and so close to weekend, and also there is a stream. So, yeah. Okay, the clay is conditioned in my hands. It's like warmer, more flexible, good. Maybe I will start. No, because I already have it on hand. I will start putting it on the sculpture. And I already noticed that it will be not enough of clay. Oh my god, how can I be so bad estimating the amount of clay that I need? Like, look. I was not even, like, I covered only like half of the banana. Which is like, not good. Not good at all. Oh, maybe I will use this. Okay, maybe not the tip, because the tip will be black. So I will be able to save a little bit. Yeah, the layer of clay needs to also be like thick enough in order to smooth out all the bumps from the armature. So yeah. Also, yeah, I need to use my tools to actually help me. But yeah, as you see, there is like a lot. Oh my god. The face is falling off, which is good. Sergo, get there! Hello! Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? I am trying to sculpt, and I realize how little clay I have actually prepared for this whole sculpt. I'm worried this white will not be enough, which is not a good news for future Nina, because future Nina will need to use a different color of the clay and then paint white over this clay. And as we all know, painting white over anything is pain and requires a lot of layers, because white is usually not opaque paint. But it's actually good because I have a whole tube of white just prepared for that. I don't actually remember why I bought this huge. I probably bought it because usually white is the color that I use up the most, because I'm still kinda a noob when it comes to mixing colors and color theory, and also painting with acrylics. And acrylics, they are lighter when they are wet, and they are darker when they dry, which usually means that when I mix some custom colors, I tend to mix them like they turn out much darker than I anticipated, and I need to like use a lot of white in order to remedy that. Yeah. The madness is, you probably were there when I was making the armatures for the clay sculptures, right? You probably were there. So yeah, so today I'm putting clay on top of everything. At least I attempt to, because I, in true Nina fashion, oh my god, it's now very heavy. The bag. Because in true Nina fashion, I absolutely underestimated the amount of clay that is required for the, you know what, just lay down, okay? Don't bother me. I completely underestimated the amount of clay that I need. And I most probably mix like I will need a second batch of these yellow, but I will, you know what? I will go BRB. Bring up every clay I have, because oh my god, I need to do this right now, because else it will stay in here for next 2 months. We will do an absolute cursed mix-up of colors, okay? First, let me actually go my set and bring out clay. Right, here. Oops. Okay, I have a little bit of yellow, which is good. I have some yellow. Oh my god. Some yellow. Oh yeah, I have a lot of colored clay. So this is, as I said, this is why I don't want to buy a regularly colored clay. Like a plain colored clay, because it will be completely wet. I don't put already things I have. Right. Okay, there is one. Okay, this one is air dry. Is it air dry, or this one is some action? I think this is air dry clay. Yes, air dry. So no. And this particular one I am saving for a particular project. So yeah. So there's one color, one particular clay. You know what I will do this? To actually show you what I need. Show you what I need. So I hope it was like I was audible enough. Back. Okay, so I have this Female Professional for dolls. I bought this like This is like, it is kind of similar to my skin color. It is slightly lighter, but clay also, like, when it's baked, it goes like a tone darker when it's baked. So this is like oven baked clay, polymer clay, and I bought this because first off, I have never seen like this type of polymer clay that is like branded as for, like, you know, for those only. And also I thought that, hey, it will be nice if I will make like a custom face plates or custom like elements for the well, when in some future I will, like some distant future, I will make figurines of my characters and stuff. So I bought this, but now I'm saving it for another project because those are usually made of plastic and vinyl, and you should not bake elements like plastic and vinyl together, like in an oven, because more toxic fumes, and those elements might actually melt, and, you know, change their properties, be more brittle, melt, just in general. So yeah, but I'm saving it for another project. I have a project that I want to do. I might do this also on stream, but it's not until I get finish some projects first. Okay, I got polymer clay in this cassette. Okay, I got like random colors, a lot of random colors. It was a part of the set, but I also have like separate sets with like colors right here. So for Psyduck, because I want to finish Psyduck, I want to finish Banana. So I need to open those and take out my yellows. So this. Okay, so there is a little bit of like, this is lime yellow, but it's okay since we're mixing in colors and we're ready for the fact that the colors will be mismatched, and Nina will need to cover them up in the future with one unified yellow color, which is fine. Let's get all the yellows that I have, which are these threes. Let's mix them up. For Psyduck, Psyduck is more beige, so I will need to mix this color, mix like a custom acrylic color. Like the color of the beak and the feet will be spot on, I think. But the color of the body is like off. You know, I noticed it from the rest. So, in theory, I have this beige. Should I bring it out? Let me check the other Pokemon that I have here. It's Snorunt, I think. Yeah, it also has some yellow and some beige, so I will save it as a like for this one. Yeah, I don't have any other like fitting colors. I have this. Oh no, this one has golden particles, so I don't want to use it because it has golden effect. Like, I know it's covered in plastic right now, but do you see the glitter? I think you should be able to, yeah, I think you should be able to see a little bit of glitter in here. So I'm not using this one because this is one of the like special effects play. And I have only this like amount of it. So yeah. I have also like this part, but again, these are very like nude colors. I believe I will need them in the future, so I don't want to use these ones. I might mix in a little bit of orange a little bit. Let me bring out a little bit of orange. Yeah, okay. So yeah, so I hope, so yeah. So I will first, I will go with Psyduck first. You know what? I will go with Psyduck first, and I will actually like mix in these three together, put it on Psyduck to, you know, make a proper shape for the arms, wings. Psyduck in theory, so this should be like wings, but they are not wings, and Psyduck is not like flying Pokemon in any capacity. So, so we know. So I would say these are like arms. So yeah, and this will be like, after I mix it and use it on Psyduck, and there will be leftover, I will use it on Vanina. I don't have any more white, which is bad. Which is bad. Not good. Not good at all. But also tell me which one I can also like. Oh, I can also cover this one. I think this one will be fun. Do I have... Okay, this is for the Snorunt. Okay, so I have remixed like some base for the Snorunt. So I have the Snorunt. What else? I should have the Yippie creature. Okay, this is the... Okay, I have for the rubber ducky. I can use some yellow from that. I want to have them play rubber ducky because why the heck not? Okay, my acrylic roller. Oh, this bit. This bit. I should have. Okay, EP creature is here. Okay, and here I have some white, but it is white with the glitter, which I'm fine to use on the creature, but not everywhere else. Okay. Oh yeah, I want to check. Of the stream, I want to check if this lamp will be good with the resin. Because I think I also read that you should connect it to the socket directly. It is USB powered, but it should be connected to the USB socket directly. I have it behind, so it will be a lot of cable management from my side, and I'm not ready for it today. Now that I think of it. Okay, do I have any more sculptures? I have. Okay, this is for the tandem mouse sculpture. Okay. A couple of... Yeah. On one stream, I actually need to bring out glue gun and make custom custom what, Nina? Pins and magnets. So let's unpack all of these yellows and mix them together. I know that the color will be absolutely cursed. But listen, I am at this moment, I am at this state where I am taking in any color that will be roughly close to the yellow. So, I just realized how bad it will be to mix them up. Oh, no, wait. I need to be more methodical about this. I'm bringing knife because sometimes I saw people like when they condition their clay and they mix up different colors of their clay, they are actually like cutting this in very like small chunks, and this is something which I also did. I don't remember if I did it on stream or did it off the stream, but this is something I did. But Nina, people who are dealing with clay has like these fancy pasta rollers, yes, and people who are dealing with clay professionally has a lot of space for this, which I do not have. So I'm dealing with the most traditional caveman way of mixing clay, which is using my freaking hands. Listen, we're dealing with primitive technology kind of stuff here. You know the channel. Oh my god, it's such a good channel. If you don't know the primitive technology channel, check it out. You need to check it out. It's literally called Primitive Technology, and my god, the channel is 10 years old, and it says it does what it says on the tin. There's like one guy who is like has like access to the wilderness of Australian like forest, and he's there in his underwear, and he's literally like going through all the steps of technological advancement, like using wood, using clay that he found in the creek from the from the bacteria, making stuff from the mud, and advancing to having actually like shed, furnace, like experimenting right now with like the most like efficient way of drying mud bricks, the most efficient way of like putting air into the furnace in order to get high enough temperature to actually like progress and make iron. Hello, like, and it's one of these channels which is actually like not fake. So now I'm like mixing colors, like I'm taking a chunk and sandwich it between, other chunks. So yeah, so if you're like curious, like, oh my god, like what people were doing back then, like, because like do this using like rocks and wooden tools right now for everything, and this is one of the things that make you realize that, oh my god, people back then like were not stupid. We had still the same brains. It's the fact that we have like no like written materials about the technology, the prehistoric technology, and also materials about like even oral, let alone written materials about about the technology that was used by the first people. If we even like got like any history like saved about their settlements, like how they exactly looked like, how they were built, like we assume right now that people use the same materials that were available to them geographically. So usually mud, wood, clay, stone, if they had like any means to actually like cut the stone. So yeah, so it's very interesting. And yeah, right now I'm using my hands to roll out the clay, mix it together, condition it. Make no fancy steel pasta rollers for that. And right now I'm not going for like super unified color, because I know I will need to repaint it anyway. I just hope it will be enough clay, because I actually don't know if I would have enough clay from this similar like color group, because I still want to do the rubber ducky, and I will need for sure yellow for this as well. Like, for someone who is not like having a lot of yellow like clothes and is not liking yellow too much, it's like one of the colors. Okay, I like orange and yellow more than red when it comes to warm colors, but they are still like not my absolute favorite colors, so I don't have a lot of things in yellow. But for someone who doesn't have a lot of things in yellow, and like whose yellow is not a favorite color, I sure do like have three cultures that are like needing yellow. But yeah, oh my god, it's been an hour already. Well, granted, I was yapping for like half an hour or so at the beginning. I had to bring you all you guys, to the, let you know what's the news, what's the haps, to quote some. Yeah, I need to condition this clay like really well, because this is like clay from two different sets, okay? So it is important to, I see which one of these clays is like softer, which is more firmer, and it impacts how the clay can be like molded by hands or with the aid of tools, and how the clay will perform in the oven if this like cursed mix won't crack on me. It would be sad if it will, but I have some. In theory, I can fill in with like resin or epoxy clay, which I have. I don't use my epoxy clay for these sculptures because epoxy clay is expensive and I want to keep it for a different project, and also it's very heavy. So I also worry about the balance here. So yeah, it's like heavier, denser when it dries, the epoxy clay. So I worry about the balance of the figures and about like using like super expensive stuff that is usually used for like sculpting or on like different materials. Like I would use epoxy, like for example, to repair some stuff or to customize dolls and make them into figurines of my OCs and my friends' OCs. So yeah, so I am saving this material because it's also one of those things that I could only get in one online store, and it was already like also like expensive. So yeah, so it's very like here for like, especially in the quantity that is like used, like especially for like 100-200 grams. It's very hard to get like in this quantity. Because yeah, you can buy like epoxylina. Epoxylina is like a kind of repair clay, epoxy clay, that you like, it comes with tubes and you cut it and you repair stuff, and it's usually sold in hardware stores. So I saw epoxylina, but epoxylina is only sold like in these like strips, similar to green stuff. Green stuff is only so epoxy based, because you mix two elements. When you mix two elements to achieve a chemical reaction that occurs and then it self-hardens, this is when you are dealing with epoxy. So the self-hardening, self-hardening because of the chemical reaction. The self-hardening like is the reason why it's used by doll customizers, because you don't need to put vinyl or plastic into the oven and deal with fumes from burning plastic or oven, or risking melting of those parts because of the temperatures used in the oven when hardening regular clay. Although polymer clay, I need to check, because I checked that you can. I need to check at what temperature the plastics really melt. I think it depends on the plastic, and you can never, I don't know how sure you can be on what plastic is used by what manufacturer when it comes to, you know, toys and dolls. Because yeah, sometimes the manufacturer, okay, if it's like a good manufacturer, like that is disclosing what kind of materials and plastics they are using, what kind of like blends they are using, then to some extent you can predict. But if you're buying like second hand, or you're not like sure who manufactured this toy, or if you got like a bootleg toy, you may not be sure, you may not be absolutely sure what kind of plastic was used to manufacture the toy and how it will behave in like higher temperatures. Because polymer clay, I need to check this, because polymer clay is hardening in 110°C, 110 degrees Celsius. This is 250 Fahrenheit. I saw some of the clay, for example this one. Okay, this one has like I think I used 130 Celsius for my previous sculptures. So between 110 and 100 especially can melt like under. Isn't vinyl like very soft and can actually like melt under like the sun? So like achieving a temperature of like less than 100 degrees. No, it has to be even lower than that, because I saw people, and you know, this comes from me like hyperfixating on doll customizing, being like into this, because some people, in order to, you know, modify the doll's body, they are putting rubber bands on around the waist of the doll, then with like, in order to like squeeze the waist even more, especially if you're like, I see Hexia do this. Hexia, and he's a doll customizer, and he does a lot of like, for example, dolls with more drag queen aesthetics. And he is, well, he's going into drag himself sometimes, which is it is not a, you know, it is not a secret. I'm not outing him. Like, he literally has videos of himself like going drag for like certain shows or like events. But yeah, and drag aesthetic is like, it is depending on the drag queen and the like personal aesthetic, but from what I've seen, it's very like exaggerated when it comes to the features, and cinching the doll's waist is one of the methods that he's using in order to give them a more exaggerated look, to aid him to make the doll look more like the certain drag queen or certain aesthetic used in, for example, drag shows. You know, and I've seen him using this. So this method is about putting the doll's body, cinching it with rubber bands or with pliers, and putting it into the hot boiling water. So the hot boiling water has the temperature of 100 Celsius, which makes the plastic of the doll melt and conform to the new shape as dictated by rubber bands or pliers. And you can also heat bend in this way. I saw people who restore vintage dolls, especially like vintage Barbies, like from the, oh my god, 1959 and 60s. Because sometimes when they are not stored properly or they are in box, the legs are actually like crooked. And in order to straighten them, they actually put the affected limbs into the boiling water. Sometimes they put like stretchers made with like, oh my god, rubber bands and popsicle sticks. They sometimes put this in order to, you know, straighten the legs, and put them into the boiling water in order to restore and force the limb to go into its like more natural shape, which is the shape that, you know, came from the mold. And to some extent it can actually reverse the bending. And they also did this by putting them in hot boiling water. So the plastic has to be able to melt at least partially in order to be more pliable in 100 C, in 100 Celsius. So I cannot imagine, so I cannot, like, given this fact, putting this into an oven so extended time in 110 or 130 Celsius for sure will do something to the plastic. Maybe not melt it like completely, but it might be bent. If, like, for example, you put something in an oven, it might like blend and be flaccid. So this is why doll customizers, I am yet to see. I think I saw one doll customizer, I don't remember who it was, who actually like successfully added like a additions to the doll with polymer clay and baked it, and it was fine. But this was only like one person across dozens who are using epoxy clay, and I don't remember who it was. So don't quote me on that. I started with Banana here because I think with Banana we'll just, rip the bits of clay and put them over, because for side art I will need to bulk in the arms more, and I don't know how much clay will go for that. So I'm prioritizing right now Banana in this case. So I need to whip out the white. First off, prepare the whites for the eyes, for Psyduck. Will it be a good size? Bigger. Because I need to gauge how much white I actually need. Okay, I think a little bit more. Oh, and I will cut this in half, because I don't need the proper round eyes. They can be like flat on one side. But I will need to check if the shape and the area will be enough. Okay, maybe that's too big. Okay, so this will go for Banana and this will go for Psyduck. I will need to clean the clay anyway. White is notorious for getting like any dirt, and I gave up on keeping my hands clean right now in between like dealing with different colors, because like this white has all the specks, all the dust right now. So I will clean this. I will clean this with alcohol before baking or with acetone after baking. If not, slight bath using sandpaper should also do the trick. Okay, you know what? I will take off the face for a moment, because it will give me a better access, especially that I need to, smooth everything around the holes, around the limbs, I hope everybody's doing okay. Spring is here. I actually like this part of the year, the April and early May, because it's not super hot. first off. Second off, all the flowers and the fresh greenery, it makes me like happy. It looks so pretty and I like this like aesthetic, and also because of this aesthetic, every time like this there is like end of March, April, beginning of May, it reminds me of my comic, and this is such like a peak, like it's like I'm living, well, I am living in the same world as my comic, but it is like I'm seeing like the same spaces with the same foliage, with the same like color story, because everything is like green, but also the sky is slightly overcast, so it is still a little bit gray, you know, and it's nice. And yeah, if you have not checked, never too late. Read Never Too Late, my comic. I'm still preparing the anniversary mini comic anniversary update for it. And also I am preparing, because Yo Girl got accepted zine. So I need to, for sure, during one of the streams, I will be working on the zine pieces. Pieces that will be for the zine, and then our pieces that I will then use to promote my comic. Because this is the only like opportunity where I'm actually making like remotely like marketing material, which I absolutely hate. I hate making marketing material, like banners and stuff, but oh my god, I actually need to do this. And with each day I'm thinking more and more about setting my personal site, but I don't know where to host it and how to do this, because I want for the site to host both my comic and also all of my freaking art, and also have a hub for the streams, so like hub for the streams, so where I, like I do a lot of things. I do crafting, I do crochet, not crochet, cross stitch, I do comics, I do digital art, I do traditional art, I do drawings, I do paintings, I have lots of doodles that I also want to like show somehow, and like it would require such a robust tagging system. I don't know what kind of you know, what kind of host, because host will be up for that, you know. Will be this new stream from those new pages. I actually did stream of coming up with the anniversary update, and other stream of making the anniversary update. I don't want to bore you guys with it, because I know these streams like are not performing well. I see the views. You don't need to like lie to me and say that Nina will love seeing comic making streams, because I know that I see in the analytics that it's not necessarily the case, but I still like do these streams because I know myself and I know I need the motivator. And making a stream and presenting something is like enough motivator to keep. Oh my god. Oh, my leg. It's like enough motivator to do this. Oh no! What? Tell me. Most of the viewers are in English. Tell me. What you spoiled? What was the big spoiler? Let why you started reading from the middle. Unless it was like, oh, the newest update, and it like automatically pop up as the newest update, and it automatically sends you off to the newest update. In which case, okay, I can understand why, but this case, which is the case of for a lot of self-hosted comics on like sites. Less on the platforms, because on the platforms they usually like check from what part of the comic like you started or propose you starting from the beginning. But in self-hosted comics, usually when you have a welcome page, the welcome page shows you the latest page. And then you can like go to the archives or check, go to the archives and check like all their pages and start from the beginning. But I can bring you up to the speed. Basically, at the very beginning, you have a guy named Ernest and a girl named Adrianna, and they randomly meet on the CD sale. And there's an event regarding Ernest's health, and the CD sale had to be cut short. But Adrienne did not want to leave the stuff like this, especially did not want to leave the stuff like this, and she likes to insert herself to like other people's lives, and was like, you know what, I am actually like going to visit him to the hospital, like not gonna lie, a new friend would come in handy just in case like my other friends like ditch me. And Nest is like really flustered with her, and like on one hand doesn't know why this super cool girl is like coming to him and wanting to become his friend, but on the other hand he's like, oh my god, she's so cool, and he's flustered by her, so he allows it to happen. Oh no! Not the freaking orange fiber! Which is not a diss to the current president of the US. He's not my president. Easy, because I'm Polish. I have a different president and different slew of problems because of that. Wait. I put way too much clay in here. So yeah, and so they meet, and like Ness notices that there's something like off about Addie, like the exams are coming, and she's like, wanting to spend more time with the guy that she just met, and he realizes that Eddie actually like has like a much like stranger situation, and decides to like propose to her a crazy scheme, to try and save her from whatever she's dealing with and give at least like a chance for a better future. So they promise each other. They promise each other, like Nest proposes, that you know what, maybe you will try and actually enroll to the same high school as me. I am kind of a nerd. I can help you with that because I know that you're not like absolute like basket case, and I believe that with some direction, with some help, you can actually like do great things. And Addie is like I am crazy enough to actually agree to this. So they promise each other to do their best and be actually like better people, while still like vaguely knowing what each of them is dealing with in their own lives. But it intertwines. Like they are building their friendship, but at the same time they are dealing with the current friendships, current relationships, and current problems that they have. Nest with his health and especially with his mental health, that is impacting his physical health, with Bullies in the school, and Addie with her family situation and with the stuff, with the fact that she does not have like a lot of people that she can trust, and she's left pretty much on her own. Which is not a good situation if you're a freaking teenager in 2009, you know? Okay. Ooh, okay. I understand. Also, you're one of the few people who is reading on DeviantArt, right? Oh my god. Because yeah, I write DeviantArt as one of the possibilities, although I am like thinking I will leave DeviantArt because I am still right here because there are a couple of people who actually like read on DeviantArt and only on DeviantArt, but ever since like DeviantArt is just making bad decision after bad decision that are not user friendly, that are not artist friendly, and it just sucks, you know? It just sucks, but it is what it is. I started on DeviantArt. My nick started, oh my god, only here, because I'm Nina Hach, because I was 17 and I wanted to come up with a good nickname, but I absolutely had no idea, so I came up with this one, which is the mix of my first name and my second name. So, not second name, family name. And, yeah. Yeah. Like, for me, like, it started going down here when they changed the notifications, because right now, going to the groups and going to the like check what my not watchers, what the people I follow do, it has become such a freaking hassle that I doubt anybody who is watching me, all the people who are watching me are actually like getting to my comic or from my art from the notification, because they screw up notifications so bad. It's so hard. Like, it's so so ever since then I was like, okay, like I cannot actually like see anybody's art, anybody from from people who I am following and who some of them are my friends. Like, I cannot see this. And then I believe at some point they were dabbling with NFTs as well. like, it seems like something they would absolutely like do. And yeah, with the AI, like, the fact that you had to like opt out and not opt in, what? No, the sheer fact that they decided, you know what? This AI generation is nice. Just this, like, put. Sam, for example, wants to absolutely leave DeviantArt, and she wanted to like download everything she had. She was like even younger than I was when I started DeviantArt, so she has much more art, especially from her like adolescence. She wants to save like some journals, blog posts, and stuff, and there's no other way than to go and manually copy paste everything, which I think sucks. But yeah, oh my god, I need to drink because I'm yapping. Tea. Tea, what a glorious thing you are. So yeah, so I am thinking of ditching DeviantArt and setting up my own website, but I know from my own website, oh my god, I would have to like set up like some real like, if someone wanted to scrape my art to AI generation, they would do this already, probably. But I still want to have like a way to showcase my art and like protect it at the same time, and have a special like portfolio stuff, a special portfolio section, which again comes back to the fact that I would like to have the portfolio section be consisted of various pictures, various like photos of my crafts and stuff that I would like mark as portfolio worthy. So again, coming back to that, I need a freaking robust tagging system, and I know Tumblr exists. I could not get into Tumblr. I still like, my Tumblr is still like active, but like, I mean active, meaning that the site itself exists, but it has absolutely like no updates since like since what? Since like 2017 or even longer, something like this. Like, just the sheer fact that I need to rebuild again on different platforms and move everything, it makes me like, yeah, I can use Tumblr, but like for a primary blog. But oh my god, when they flag a drawing of my hand as NSFW, and the fact that I need to put all my art again and describe it again and tag it again to match with all the other sites, mainly Blue Sky and Twitter. Well, when I was still using Twitter, I ditched this stuff. Like, but especially, yeah, this was the part where this was when I still was using DeviantArt more often. So the sheer fact that I would have to like, in order to have it my main blog, my main art blog, to have all art put up again with descriptions, with tags, like for all the artworks that I did. I was like, no, I just started and did not finish this, and I believe it was like 2018 or 19 when I ditched this. Like, I abandoned this pretty much. There are probably like bots farming themselves on my on the blog, like, you know, using me as this one real human to to make them look legit, you know. So yeah. So I'm looking. So right now when I have something new, I post it on Blue Sky. And comic updates are coming to, oh my god, I need to update Namikomi. But I want to make, well, Webtoons, Tapas, and Namikomi my main platforms, and Meko.ink for Polish version. Although Namikomi also has host Polish version, but it's more active on Meko. But oh my god, I feel already like such a big like fatigue of like moving everything, adding description, adding tagging, that I'm like, oh my god, I would probably have to take a day off the job and do this like and do only do the tagging and stuff for the website, if it like if it will be up. And also I would need to, I know there are some website some hosters like Squarespace and stuff where you don't need to code, but I also like, just in case, because I cannot imagine like losing, like setting up all the descriptions and stuff again and then losing it because the host like decides to fold up or something like this. Like I would love to like self-host, like absolutely like self-host, like decide that, you know, I would have the code somewhere on my computer, you know, the HTML or something like this, or something to access it and actually host it from my computer directly. Okay, I think once I add the face, it will balance. I will need to check if there are any gaps. Okay, so the yellow here is mostly done. I will get a little bit of yellow in order to make, I think next I add white, and then I will add yellow around for the sleeves, and also to make the white and the make the transition between white and yellow less janky, you know. In the meantime, let me get more chunks of clay to prepare like the snakes that will go around. So yeah, but these are the plans for the more distant future. Right now, I am prioritizing getting my place secured, moving out. Then I might think about website, and by that time, I think chapter 4 should be finished, and I would be preparing, which is also something on my like. Check how long this has to be. Okay. And by that time, I will be preparing Never Too Late for print, which will be a whole procedure in itself. Like the Never Too Late, Volume 1. We are talking about Volume 1. Like, Chapter 4 is not the end. It's not even the middle. Like, there will be more. there will be more. I can assure you there will be more. There will be absolutely more drama. Oh my god. When I think about chapter 5, it will wreck you. It will wreck you emotionally. And I am like waiting for everybody's reaction. When certain events of chapter 5 occur, but Nina, you might ask, what would be happening in chapter 5? Oh my god, there will be misery happening in chapter 5, okay? Mental anguish. Like, it will be so uncomfortable for me to draw, and I literally, like, you know, it's good when I, as an author, am crying when I'm writing this, you know? And I'm not crying because, oh my god, this is so bad, I'm like, so bad, I hate creating, like, why can I do this right, crying? But, you know, this kind of frustration that you sometimes feel when you're an artist and you want to do something good. No, the kind of crying where you're like crying with your character, with your characters, because they are hurting and you know exactly the kind of pain they are feeling, you know. Mr. Limbe, I am not writing a script. No, Mr. Limbe, right now 4 chapters are, like, right now I'm in chapter 4. I plan 9 to 10 chapters, depending how long chapter 5 will be, because there will be so many events in chapter 5 that I need to, you know, that I need to do, and I don't know if I will you know, divide it or not. So right now I'm on chapter 4. This will be right now I'm on chapter 4. After chapter 4 I will finish first volume. No, I have, okay, so here's the thing. I don't write the script. I write dialogues and I write the scenes and I write the events and then I merge them. Like, I don't like structuring things in scripts. I think it slows my workflow. But I have all the dialogues on the thumbnails for the rest of the chapter 4 prepared, and I have events and dialogues for rest of the chapters. So I know exactly how it will end and how it will, what will be happening, and there is like very little is subject to change at this point when it comes to story, when it comes to the story itself. So I am not fully prepared, but everything is written down. Everything is out of my system. I now need to like put it in proper order and think of how it will visually look. And I need to do this right because, again, as I said, there will be like very like emotional and important, like, yeah, emotional and important events happening, and I want to like portray them right. Like, people say that I'm people say that I heard like many people say that I am, and this is not to toot my own horn, but that I'm approaching the events and the situations shown in the comic with like maturity, and like I had like multiple version of like certain like scenes or lines or stuff, and I need to like Never Too Late is like not a new concept for me, because I was brewing the story of how these two characters meet and like formed their friendship like for many years, but this is like their newest and I think their best rendition that I can like. Best and newest rendition. So it feels right. It feels like it is like believable, and it feels like it is there, like it is dealt right, you know. And it took me like a lot of like learning, because oh my god, if you heard like if you ever saw like or heard like the first rendition of their story, how they met, like it was not the best. There was also like a childhood friend trope, etc. You know, so I think it had to wait. But as we're speaking right now, all of the events are set in place. I know exactly what is happening in each chapter. I know exactly how the story will end. I know exactly how the story would end. I know exactly what scenes and what dialogues need to take place in order to, you know, for the story to feel cohesive and complete. So yeah, so I have all of the story prepared, but not in the proper screenplay, not in the proper script, or in thumbnails form. I have doodles. I have like concepts of how the characters would look, what poses they would make, how they would behave in the future chapters. I need to gather all of them and actually like do a thumbnailing session for the next chapters, but I think I will do this after chapter 4 ends. And for chapter 4 to end, first I need to do the anniversary update still, and then I need to check how many pages I have left of chapter 4. 8. There are 8 pages left of chapter 4. But yeah. So I don't know how well it explains, it answers your question. Wait, I think I will do the. Okay, I think I will. So yeah, so I don't know how. I think Psyduck needs a little bit of more to the body. Well, I have big already, but no, I don't have any like hands around the house. I literally don't have any hands around. So yeah. But yeah, true. It will be smart. But no, I don't like drink any energy drinks or beer or on the regular basis or like Coke. So I need to take care of myself. Be responsible. Be an adult responsible of my body. But yeah, that hope is answers your question. And yeah, after it will be in very future. What will happen after Never Too Late? After Never Too Late like wraps up as a comic, because I want to do my magnum opus. What is going on with the characters after Never Too Late? Never Too Late was not it's not the main thing. It's not the main thing in the universe. It's in the universe of the characters. I mean, in the universe of my characters. Like I have still so many ideas, so many projects, and like, so many projects and like plot points, not necessarily plot points, but character story to explore with, because I love my characters. I love them dearly, and you know, Never Too Late is just part of their story. It is the beginning of their story. And I want to do what 13-year-old me wanted to do, which is a full-blown story with them. But I was lacking skill, I was lacking maturity, it was super edgy, and on one hand I'm glad that none of the concepts from the first version of the Reject universe surfaced online. On the other hand, I freaking wish it surfaced online, because this is my lost media, my personal lost media, and like yeah, and I am so mad that none of the snapshots, none of the forums, none of the snapshots, none of the forums, and even nothing on my old like disk drives actually like survived the many disk formatting and reinstalling, which kind of sucks, because I want to see, like, I had the first 2 chapters written out. Like, these are like mind you, these are from the other like plot points and in other parts of the of characters story and in the universe action. But yeah, bye bye. Oh yeah, it's already after 10 p.m. so I need to finish. Okay, so I have Banana of Vanilla covered. I have some of the side arc covered. I will be working on it, but most importantly tomorrow is the digital art. Not the stream, but I need to work on it. Saturday digital art, Sunday digital art. Oh my god, and I'm also meeting with my sister tomorrow. We're going to the comic book store. I will get some comics, which is fun. So yeah. Which is fun. So yeah, so with that, let me check the plan of the future streams. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. Thank you for chatting, lurking, and spending some time with me. Next stream will be on 21st, Tuesday 21st, and it will be traditional art. What I will do with traditional art? I recently inked traditionally some stuff, but I already did them digitally. No, I have one more thing that I need to ink. Okay. So I will ink this on Tuesday, and on Thursday it will be the Sims 2 stream. We're going back. If I remember correctly, we're going back to the college in the Sims 2, in the Rainbow Legacy with the Bow family, and we are playing the rest of the college with Emerald. We're speedrunning college for real. So yeah. So thank you all so much for being here. I hope you will stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and I will see you all next stream. So goodbye.